Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. We're hanging out with Crystal George today. We're talking to her about her upcoming Crystal 101 class that's coming up in January. Thought we would give you an opportunity to ask questions about it or just kind of see us talking about it. We are aware that there's a little bit of an internet glitch, so we'll do our best to keep that running as smoothly as possible. If you're watching us live, you can ask questions throughout the stream, and if you're watching this later, you can ask questions by just commenting in the comment section, and we will do our best to answer your questions. But let's just talk a little bit about the Crystal 101 class from a Healing Studio perspective, and then I'm going to let Crystal talk about it from her perspective. But at the Healing Studio, we have like a little boutique shop here where we sell complimentary stuff to the work that we do. So like crystals and sprays and incense and things like that. And oftentimes people don't know where to get started with this stuff and how to use it. And it's really actually quite useful. You actually even have crystals inside your body. So, and inside your computers and inside your phones, everything. So, crystals are actually a very useful tool, but it's just a matter of trying to figure out how to get started. And I know there's sometimes some stigma around it too. So, so from the Healing Studio's perspective, we're offering this class to give you a launching off point, to be able to give you a place to start, ask questions at a safe place, and just get going. But I'm going to let Crystal kind of talk a little bit about her intentions for the class and like what the class is going to be about for her. And then we'll talk a little bit more about just crystals in general. So Crystal, share with us why you want to do this class. What's your offering?
Yeah, so I love using crystals and stones on a daily basis and in sessions for myself, other people, animals, and how they could best serve me in the day. Prosperity, love, grounding, protection. So I thought this was a great way to share with other people because I'm always offering like stones to people, crystals, saying like, oh, you might utilize this one, and I also brought to my attention as well from Winter at the Healing Studio if I would offer this class. So that was kind of a sparking start as well, and yeah.
We kind of thought we asked you to do it because we thought, it's kind of a gap for people, some, needing to know like how to get started. And we have so many, I mean, and they're pretty, but some of them are not pretty and some of them are useful still, even though they're not very pretty. So, so, I do want to say Crystal and I use similar suppliers for the crystals that we use. And I do think that matters. I think that where you acquire your crystals is an important thing. But also, keeping your crystals programmed and cleared and charged and all those things can be kind of confusing on how to start. What even there is to do with those things. And I will say, I mean, I was telling Crystal, I just got back from a trip, so I haven't unpacked the ones I brought with me totally. But like this one I love. It's just a little gentle, and then I keep some around that are actually just cleansing other stones, so these are things that we just kind of know over time. We learn about what the crystals do. But it's nice to kind of get just a basic understanding, because some crystals you can't put out in the sun, some you can't put in the salt, so anyway. So tell me, do you have a favorite?
I have a couple. Yes. Okay. I have this lovely skin. It's like a sphere. I utilize this in a lot of my sessions. It's kind of like my friend. It helps me. Actually helps me reach my hands. So when I'm working in, my hands get very energized. And when I read like this, it helps me reach hands. This one is definitely one has one. There's also the big ones you can get. I love this amethyst.
Amethyst.
Yeah, Yes, very protective. Grounding, lots of clarity, wisdom. I really love them a lot. But I also have some that I wear in my pocket, like tiger iron. Really nice to have in your pocket. This
D-
Can you
Did
hear
you say
me?
tiger eye or tiger iron? Tiger iron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tiger eye, and it has different qualities that are a little bit more grounding, like really concrete. So different stones definitely have different properties that you could utilize for, and that is something that we will learn in the class.
So you are a little blippy for me. I don't know if I'm blippy or if you're blippy. But for those of you who are, if you're watching, if somebody's watching, you can comment whether or not you can, who's blipping? Is it Crystal or Leanne? Whose internet is acting up? But what I heard you say is that you really like the rainbow obsidian kind of as like your friend. And then you've got your amethyst protector grounding, and then your tiger's iron for your pocket and similar things. Do I get all that?
Got it.
Okay. Okay. Well, so yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the crystal grid that will okay, yeah, it's Crystal, it's your feed. Thank you, Kalina. So I'm almost wondering if we to proceed with this. Do you want to switch back over to the other internet that you were tried at the beginning and see if that gets any better? Just because it's
Sure.
kind of
Yeah.
it's hard to hear you. So okay, so we'll give it a second. Thanks, Kalina. I appreciate it. It's been a little bit of an issue with just internet in general lately with these interviews, and I'm not sure why. It's like the universe is like, "Have you met?" Okay.
Okay.
Are you back?
Yes. Is it better?
Okay.
No.
A
Not better.
little. It's windy here too, so Crystal's saying that kind of impacts her internet sometimes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll try this for a minute longer, and maybe then if we can't get it too clear, then we'll do this another day. But tell us about the grid you're going to be doing for
Yeah.
class.
Yes. So the grid, I hope you can hear me. I'm so excited about the grid.
Whoops.
It has
sorry.
There's, let's see, 9 stones in the grid. And there's 4 green garnet, 2 morganite, an apophyllite, which is super fun, very magical, and 2 tiger iron. So these are all included in the grid that complement to the class when you sign up. And you'll learn how to use the grid and charge the grid for your home. This grid is specific for prosperity, love, protection, grounding, safety, yes, and abundance. That's what it is. So I'm very, very excited for the class. It's going to be really fun.
Awesome. Well, I think we got that. I think we got all of that captured. So so in this class, if you participate, and it's obviously a good class to participate locally if you can. I don't think we have a virtual option, do we, on this one?
No.
Yeah, I think this is
No.
all. Yeah. So is there one tip that you would like to share with people, you know, that everybody should know about crystals?
That they're going to help. They're magical powers. Can help you with anxiety on a daily basis when you're out in the world, grounding, feeling safe. Abundance is a big one. Love, have this giant heart for love. So yeah, there's another magical tool that's readily available when you get them through benevolent sources that we'll talk about that can help you in your daily life.
Yeah, well, and that one that you just held up, I believe that I borrowed that during a time I was in a big health crisis.
Oh,
I think it
really?
helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, they hold information and healing properties and things like that. So that's what's really cool too about using crystals. And you do want to be careful about your how you source it. Just make sure, I mean, some stones have been kind of mined improperly or used improperly, and so their magic is kind of faded or quiet. You'd have to really heal them and work with them first before they actually can be energized for you. But they really are quite important part of our lives, even if you don't know it. I'm not kidding. Your phone, your computer, your ears, crystals helping you orient the earth. Yes, exactly. Everything is, all about crystals. So for denying that power would not make any sense. So if you're watching and you have any like 101 crystal questions you want to throw out to us, feel free. But let me give you some information about the class. Go to my website. You can go to the Crystal 101 class, and you can see there's a video up there of Crystal talking about her class. So you can see maybe a little bit more. Let's see if I can put this is how to get to the information, insightfulinspirations.com/events. And then you just click on the calendar, you'll see Crystal 101. This class it's a beginner class. So if you already know about your crystals and you know about all that stuff, it might be too basic for you. But January 28th, it is noon to 2. It is a class that's going to be, it'd be good to attend with friends if you wanted, or whatever, if you have other family members that are curious about the crystals as well, or maybe you have family members who are judging your crystal habit and they need to learn some.
There you
um,
go.
so so that's what our plan is for you guys. We're really planning. Crystal's going to be teaching an oracle class here too, a kind of a similar basic class coming into next year, and does animal healings and things like that. So and she just was at my house, to be honest, right before this, working on my 4 cats. So this is a good time to learn something new and expand. 2023 is going to be about relationships and relationships with things too. So relationships with the earth can be improved if you bring in these crystals. So is there anything else you'd like to share, Crystal, before we conclude?
I think we covered a lot of it. Definitely, crystals are very magical and pretty easy to get, cost effective to use on a daily basis. So I very much enjoy them.
Me too. All right, you guys, we appreciate you and we hope that you have a great rest of the year, and we will see you around the healing studio, hopefully, if not on our virtual platforms as we have more chats. All right, take care. Bye.